Este juego lo podían haber hecho mucho mejor, haciéndolo en mundo y haciendo combate, ya sean por turno o estratégico. Y yo creo que no puede hacer que este juego, Willy, que no tenga nada de jugabilidad. Es que no juegan nada. Y encima los pocos combates que hay han puesto la dificultad hiper falsísima, tío. Hiper, si juegas en normal tienes que farmear un montón de tutoriales para poder pasarte la misión principal. Y si lo ponen fácil, es demasiado fácil. Bueno. Ayer se me fue el internet, Willy. Se cortó el directo. Se ha bugueado el juego. No se había parado la música. Ahora.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Camsell and myself have brought what troops we could muster.
I am grateful for the reinforcements.
As you should be. Hyzant hasn't mobilized this large of a force in 30 years.
There's no need for delicacy with this many soldiers at your disposal. We could fell the enemy with a frontal assault. Though it seems you have some other ideas in mind.
We do. The city and its people will suffer greatly should we brute force our way in.
Instead, we will infiltrate Whiteholm and take out the Asfrosti commanding officers.
And how do you plan to do that? Via some secret passage none but you are aware of?
Just so. The same way we snuck into the castle when the capital fell.
An effective strategy, I'm sure, though recent intelligence suggests Gustadolf has returned to his homeland.
In which case we shall target Prime Minister Thalis in Erica, and General Avlora. We'll have Milo destroy their ship with the blast crystal to prevent them from escaping.
What a devious trick. My favorite kind.
Como a mí me gusta.
The castle will be easy to take with those three disposed of. Very well then. We shall do it your way.
We would like the two of you to distract the Asfrosti forces with your armies.
Si lo terminamos ya, Willy.
When their attention shifts to the front, we will slip into the castle.
Very well. May fortune smile upon us all.
Hyzant's forces have entered Castle Wolfort. It won't be long until House Wolfort makes their move.
Meaning they're coming here. It's hard to believe they'll soon be in the capital again.
My queen, I must advise against considering them allies. Lord Serenoa is now one of Hyzant's saintly seven. Not to mention they're raising arms against the seat of their former sovereign. They want justice. They want the royal blood that runs through your veins.
Serán gilipollas y venimos con el hermano.
Puppet of me as well.
I do. But you needn't worry. They will not breach this castle so long as I protect it.
Indeed.
A battle is upon us, but fear not. I shall protect you.
General of Lore speaks true.
Mató a tu hermano. Y ahora, ¿qué?
Brother, give me strength.
Qué falso, Willy. A ver cuando sale ya el Dragon Quest 3 HD y el Fly.
Hyzant and Wolford begin to put their strategies into action. To draw the eye of the Asfrosti forces, the Hyzantian army encircles the crown city of Glenbrook. Meanwhile, Serenoa and his retinue, Elfric in hand, we'll steal into Whitehome Castle.
Vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa, güey.
Hyzan's forces are on the move.
They're coming for the capital. To your stations.
A sus puestos. Otra vez mismo escenario, ¿eh? No han sido capaces de hacer ni un escenario.
Minister Exham's created quite the distraction for us.
Let's make for the harbor first. Anna says there's only one longship there. We can use the blast crystal to sink it and cut off their retreat.
A la Erika y al lote nos lo tendríamos que cargar, a ver si se los carga. A ver qué hay en el campamento, huele. Madera de calidad. Y el clone este que trae. Todas estas mierdas se supone que te la tienes que leer. Ah, mira, estos son los posibles. Esto es las decisiones que vas tomando y lo que cambia el juego. Veda de Unargia y podíamos ver Iófora Huelada. Luego aquí. Aquí es, no entregamos al tío este. Que lleva al mismo camino. Esto lleva al mismo camino. Aquí podía coger otro camino diferente. Que luego daba al mismo camino de aquí. Y esto supongo que son 3 finales ahora lo que hay, ¿no? Sí, podemos subir a alguien de nivel. No. Ya queda un capítulo, 2, o sea, quedan 2 combates y 2 horas de cinemática.
There are fewer soldiers than I expected.
They want us to load up art and jewels from the merchants? But
Las obras de arte.
Lady Erica commanded it.
Que nos quieren robar todo, ¿eh? Que van a robar todo, todas las cosas de valor. Como los nazis.
Ridiculous, I know, but imagine what she'd do to us if she found out we disobeyed. Oh, fine, fine. Get the bloody merchants.
Perfect. I'll disguise myself as a merchant and search the ship. Once I find out where they've stationed soldiers, we can get Milo aboard.
Let me go. They won't look twice at me.
I would rather you not take that risk, my lord.
You and Eridor have too much gravitas, meaning I'm best suited for the task.
And what about me?
The task I need you for won't come until later.
I understand. Good luck then.
Hide yourselves. We'll find each other after.
That man will stop at nothing to win, will he? Consider me charmed.
Como ahora me conozca a alguien, ¿no ves? Ya se ha disfrazado. Le han vendido falsificaciones, güey. Pero hay un objeto ahí. ¿Puedo hablarle otra vez y preguntarle otra cosa? ¿Qué pasa? Rodri, Phoenix, Clips, Waze. Fibras de calidad. No puedo hacer más nada. Tontería. Mira que hay un objeto. Aquí la gente se le caen los dineros de mil en mil, ¿eh? O sea, que da igual que tiremos esto, es falso.
We've learnt the enemy's position. If we can draw their attention, we should be able to get Milo aboard.
Hey, you there, merchant.
Nos ha pillado, ¿eh?
Sorry about this. I'll inform my commander you'll need reparations. What the? Who are you? Damn.
Qué falso, no ha pillado. Nivel 21 recomendado. Si tienes niveles, aunque sea un nivel por debajo, te follan el culo si lo juegas normal. Yo le cambié la dificultad porque ya paso de farmear. Estoy deseando terminarlo, a ver si lo termino hoy, lo guardo en la cajita para siempre, Willy.
How's Wolford? How did they get past our defenses?
Mira.
Of course you would side with them, Frederica. This is Cordelia's doing, isn't it? She will answer for this when I bring her your heads.
How thoughtful he saved us the trouble of looking for him.
Indeed. Let's find a way in and get them.
Saludos, loconas y locones, soy el Locón Gamer. Locón Gamer ni mu de que está el servicio de Xbox reventado todo el fin de semana, ¿no? ¿Qué va a decir? Dirá, pero es que bro, es que no sé cuánto, es que...
Seize them. We will gift their heads to Queen Cordelia. Erica will be here soon, but this prize is mine and mine alone. I won't let anyone else steal it out from under me.
I would hate to have to satisfy an entire army, reinforcements and all. What shall we do?
Pero este sobre todo.
This changes nothing. We will defeat them and then destroy the ship.
I will end this. Shadows conceal me. Choices.
Salto lunar. ¿Esto qué es lo que hace? ¿Saltar hasta aquí?
You won't know up from down.
Me la cerda, Willy. ¿Y ahora puede atacar? Neblina verdosa.
Damn you, poor thing. Here I come. My pride is my shield.
Ah, the stench of battle.
Defeat is not an option.
I see a path to victory. This is our chance.
Our victory is assured.
I've been waiting for this.
Y yo, este tío es una basura de personaje. Nunca llega a ningún sitio, nunca llega a nadie. Mueve súper poco.
I shall do what I can. Allow me.
Now then, to work. slaughter is such sweet fun.
For victory!
¿Qué mierda ha tirado ahí? Que no se puede pasar por ahí ahora, ¿eh?
I will go, yes! I shirk from no danger. For the honor of House Wolford.
A tu casa, Willy.
Death from above.
Venga, y falla, Willy. Qué falso, oye, tío. Y falla, güey.
Time to take flight.
Y falla, güey. Qué fuerte, tío.
Now what to do?
Más refuillo, tío.
Shall we begin?
Qué farsa.
Make the most of this.
Our victory is assured.
Let us pry out their weakness. Preparation is key. My knowledge grows deeper.
From where shall we strike? Now I exit. Say what you like.
Hostia, me va a reventar.
I fight for peace.
Pilar de fuego, esto me lo tengo que guardar yo.
Where was I?
Están súper lejos, Willy.
Come and get me!
On the S-Frost name.
La cerda.
Are you enjoying this?
Hostia, me ha echado fuego ahí, no verá que van a liar. Ya está.
Ah, the stench of battle.
Damn it!
Vamos.
Sound strike. This is the end. For life.
It's not over yet. Away with you! Take that!
Venga,
The
vamos,
hunt is
mata.
on. This battle is ours.
Defeat
Hola,
is
man.
not an option. I'll make this quick.
You'll pay.
That hit the mark.
Now what to do? Dance poison. That must have hurt.
Now!
Allow me.
Wow.
We can win this.
Time for some research.
Wow.
Come on.
Joking.
Wow.
Yes.
Me
Very
llevas todo por el medio, Willy.
I might as well enjoy this. Well, well. You have never thought of me as
La puta
family.
Rosita, le voy a meter un
Not once.
zambombazo, Willy.
Of course
Es
not.
que...
Boys don't count.
Pero vamos, yo que la vergüenza que se ha convertido Xbox en juego, tío. La compañía que más dinero tiene, Willy. Y se pone a firmar exclusividades temporales de 3 meses con un juego indie, pero encima malos. Tú me dices que Microsoft firma una exclusividad temporal con un indie bueno, tío. Es que no veas que el indie más grande que han firmado ha sido el de Medium, ¿eh? Y que diga el creador, este juego no es posible en una consola que no sea Serie X. Y a los 3 meses sale en PlayStation con mejor ray tracing. Qué increíble.
I am not that naive anymore. I will never cower before either of you again. Erica or something, wasn't it? Life must be hard for you, being so ugly inside.
Una cara y
out.
un corazón tan horrendo, ¿eh? Hostia.
How dare you speak to me in such a way?
La acaba de llamar
I will
puta,
kill
¿eh?
you for that.
Una meretría y una puta, ¿eh?
I see a path to victory. This should do.
I can do it.
Shall we begin?
Be at ease.
My apologies.
My growth is plain to see.
Back at you.
Toma. Ahí no puedes pasar, cabrón. Hostia, me lo van a reventar entero, ¿eh? Venga, gilipollas, saque más. Muerto. ¡Hostia, se ha salvado! Ah, ya no.
My turn.
Oh, pues sí. Me pongo aquí.
This is the end.
I won't lose. Take that! Did you see that?
Nibbling.
Did you see that?
Hostia, lo que se ha llevado en un momento, ¿eh?
For the honor of House Wolford.
The stench of battle.
Time to take flight.
Ah, mira, les puedo tirar... Una piedra de esta de hielo masivo. Toma.
Here.
Ahí lo lleva.
Enough of this. Oh, I'm sorry.
La puta cerda va a matar.
Shall we dance?
Con el salto que da, la putilla, ¿eh?
I fight for peace. With the powers in me, we will make our ideals reality.
Amenazándome el gilipollas. Sucio engendro Ross.
One I will take great pleasure in removing.
I understand now. You are sad and pathetic, and I happen to be there to bear the brunt of your discontent.
Lo consumidor, locona y locone.
That ends today.
Time for some research. My research bears fruit.
I shall try my level best. Let us reverse our fortunes.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me. Thank you.
I will end this.
Que se lo ha puesto a huevo, tío.
Together.
No se ha muerto la puta cerda, tío.
You disgust me.
From where shall we strike? Death from above.
Otro menos,
For my
huele.
kith and kin.
The hunt is on.
Try this. Let's play.
Ah, coño.
Light as a butterfly. Ever more lovely.
¿Más refuerzo, y yo en serio?
Ah, try not to waste this.
I will end this. With the powers in me.
Time for some research.
Come on!
Let us pry out their weakness. It is time to strike.
Tigre feroz, Willy.
Let me heal your wounds.
Ah, pero este no tiene ataque mágico de esto. ¿Qué tal taras este?
Your wounds are
The tides are turning.
time to work.
This is the end.
Muere, puta.
This is... I'm too young.
¿Por qué?
No!
Ah, muerta, cerda.
Erica's...
Mi hermanita está muerta. ¡Ay, hermanita!
Shadows consume.
Hermanita está muerta. ¿Qué pasa, Mephisto, Willy Booby?
Oh, I'm too beautiful to die.
Mi hermanita muerta. Mató a mi hermanita.
Damn it! Oh. What to do now? This is where you fall.
Hostia, ¿eh? Eso ha reventado, Willy. Pero me van a
By the
matar.
honor of House Wolford.
Pero me van a matar.
The hunt is on.
Me han matado a mi pobre amigo.
This battle is ours.
Hijo de puta, ha fallado, Willy. Venga, esa se encima se cura.
Now what to do?
Death poison.
Y envenenado. Y otra vez lo curan.
I approve.
I will end this.
Un librazo, Willy. No le quita nada de vida.
Time for some research.
Mierda, no puedo. Hombre, si se acuerda que los servidores de PlayStation se estropearon de un juego solo específico un día y no vea la que liaron. No vea la que liaron. Pero claro, ahora ya, eso ya no.
This should do.
Much appreciated.
Cool heads shall prevail. Your wounds are
I
healed.
needed that.
My growth is plain to see.
How dreadful.
From where shall we strike? Now I end this. Back at you.
¡Oh! Te lo he gritado, Willy.
One more.
Un punto de vida la ha dejado.
I approve.
Y otra vez locura, Willy.
Your orders?
Pa' casa, Willy.
This is the Sound Strike.
Ya se había salvado 2 veces.
Shall we dance? Dance poison. That must have hurt.
Y crítico, Willy. Y otra vez locura, ellos.
At this rate,
Nunca para esto. Venga,
with the
a tu casa,
powers in
campeón.
me for a better world.
Ah, que no se ha muerto.
Where was I?
Le ha quedado un punto de vida al cerdo.
I see a path to victory. This is our chance.
Our victory is assured.
Cool heads shall prevail. Allow me.
Much appreciated.
Forward! Wager that hit the mark.
Muerto.
How did this happen?
You are so naive.
The hunt is on.
Good curses!
¡Ah, hermano mío!
I can't let him down.
Dirá hermana mía. Otro muerto, huele.
Time to work.
Now what to do? That must have hurt.
Un
I
garrotazo.
fight for peace.
Where was I?
Un garrotazo, Willy.
Farewell!
Muerto de garrotazo,
Arcane
Willy.
arts.
Muerto por garrote.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
¿Hay aquí alguien vivo? Sí, ¿no?
All for
This
victory.
is...
¿Y qué es lo que dijo del Gran Turismo el otro? ¿Eso qué? Para decir que es imparcial, ¿no? Yo soy imparcial.
Be at ease.
Vamos, entonces el Fallout 76, que todos los días había problemas de servidores. No, ha mandado a Perpiñán.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Your orders?
Allow me. Here I come. Take that!
O si sea ahí me va a dar por culo matarlo, pesado ese, tío.
No up from down. Good night.
Ha muerto, hijo de puta.
Now then, to work. Free.
Muerto.
I see a path to victory. All for victory. For the future of House Wolf.
Has platinado el Elden Ring, güey.
Shall we begin?
Defeat is not an option.
I will end this. You won't catch me.
Here I come. Yeah! Let me show you what I've learned. Let's play. Ever more lovely. Good night.
Matanza, güey. Hemos matado a los dos gilipollas de hermanos cabrones.
That takes care of that. I'll set up the blast crystal.
Erica. Valis.
Encima les da pena haber matado a los hermanastros.
They'd have killed us if we hadn't acted to protect ourselves. It had to be done.
Benedict's right. It's no more than they deserved for destroying so many lives to get their way.
You mean the same way we destroy any enemies who oppose us?
Hombre, de sangre, si está en una guerra se te va a manchar de sangre. Otra cosa es que tenga la razón o no.
What does it matter? We won. Everything is ready. You need only say the word.
Detonate the crystal at once. With the enemy distracted by the explosion, we'll go after Avlora.
Do it, Milo.
Si no hubiéramos hecho esto, se hubieran escapado los dos hermanos en el barco.
How I wish there had been another way. I'm sorry. I know how you hated how soft I could get, Erica. Farewell.
Boom.
The Frosty army's in chaos. Seems our plan went off without a hitch.
Minister Exham was to withdraw his troops the moment the ship exploded. Even supposing Avlora was out on the battlefield, I expect she'll be returning to the castle.
Then let's go take her down.
Queen Cordelia will be with Avlora. I'm sure of it. We must rescue her.
There's a good chance the enemy will use the queen as a shield.
El Babylon, una persona normal, cuando tiene un juego de mierda de hecho por Platinum Game, pues lo que pasa, güey.
That is a risk we have to take.
Ahora que sigan empresas encargándole trabajo. Yo por eso, cuando me dijeron a gente que querían que Sony comprara Platinum Game, vamos, el desastre.
After infiltrating Whiteholm Castle under Roland's guidance, House Wolfford defeats Erica and Thalas, and blows up the ship that was the enemy's only means of escape. Now, all that stands in their way of recapturing the Crown City is General Avlora. Serenoa and his retinue proceed through the castle in search of her.
La venganza del infierno. 2 combates seguidos, la primera vez que pasa en este juego, Willy. La primera vez que ocurre esto, Willy. 2 combates seguidos sin ver una cinemática de por medio elegible. Récord, Willy. Pero no puedo ascender. Así, mira, puedo mejorarlo. Espadachín maestro.
My blade shall attest to my convictions.
Ya no puedo mejorar a nadie más. Y al viejo nunca lo meto. Dos combates seguidos, la primera vez que pasa en el juego. Esto es para celebrarlo, Willy. A mí el Camilla me tenía bloqueado sin haberle hablado yo nunca en el Twitter. Me etiquetaría a alguien en alguna cosa con su nombre y me bloqueó. Eso con la cuenta antigua, la cuenta nueva tengo que mirarlo.
General of Laura, release Queen Cordelia and surrender yourself to us.
Thalas and Erica are dead. Your ship is destroyed. There is no one coming to your aid. Nowhere for you to run.
Maxwell! I knew you were alive!
What soldier worth her salt would forfeit her position without a fight? And even if he was a fool, Thalas was our Prime Minister. I am obligated to avenge him.
Then draw your weapon.
Wait! General Avlora is not an enemy to the kingdom. She has sworn herself to my service and to Glenbrook's protection.
So she can manipulate you to her own ends, no doubt.
No. The oath she spoke to me was true.
Queen Cordelia.
Please, lay down your arms. Oh.
I will not. Have you forgotten who forswore this kingdom and its royal family in the first... Who invaded the Crown City and killed the king and Franny? Who exploited Glenbrook with no regard for its people?
We of Esfrost.
Tell me what you would call that, if not evil.
And I suppose thieving into the Crown City and attacking without forewarning is justice.
I do not make such claims. And I know I cannot, until victory has been won.
Pretty words. So the winner takes it all. The castle, the queen, the right to claim justice. Is that what you
Pues me
desire?
bloqueo gratis sin haberle comprado su juego.
That is all I have ever desired.
Con la puta cringe y asco que da, es racista, xenófobo el tío. Si tú le hablas en inglés o en otro idioma que no sea japonés, te bloquea. Menuda basura. Los seres más nauseabundos, putrefactos como Hitler, Himmler, Mussolini, gordos, calvos, feos, psicópatas, la escoria más asquerosa de la humanidad son los más xenófobos, racistas, supremacistas como el clonero. El camilla, gordo, calvo, feo, chiquitillo. Seguro que tiene la picha chica. Derrotar a Blora. Piriripipi. Piriripipipi.
Everything rests on this, Serenoa. We must do whatever it takes to win.
I know. No doubt Avlora will be the greatest challenge we've faced.
Indeed. She killed my master. Come. Let us be...
My turn.
Venga, acércate, acércate.
Time to work.
¿Este será el último combate o habrá otro? Habrá un capítulo más enfrentándonos contra el otro.
I won't lose.
Shall we dance? Think you can catch me?
La putilla como salta, Willy.
Here I come.
So where shall we strike?
I see a path to
La basura de camilla.
preparation is key.
Forward!
Joder, la he cagado yo, tío. Bueno, ya estamos aquí. Matamos a este y ya está.
I've been waiting for this.
Yo con la cámara rápida puesta, mira lo que tarda en decidir.
Shall we begin?
Go quickly.
Splendid.
El juego que va, ya lo voy a acabar. Falta este capítulo y otro más, creo, nada más.
I will end this.
Time for some research.
I will crush you!
Venga, ya están muertas. ¿Estás acercado? Bueno, perfecto.
This hurt. Child's play. You are nothing like the Maxwell I fought before. This hurt.
No se envenena, Willy, ¿eh?
I struck you down with my own hand. So tell me, who are you behind that mask?
I am S. Frost's Bane. My mask stays on until the last handful of dirt falls upon your grave.
Or until I kill you and rip it from your face myself.
Es que no sé, si una review en verdad para qué vale, no sé si lo haré o no.
So you survived, Dawnspear? No matter. My blade thirsts for another taste of it.
I was powerless then, but not now.
Hostia, ven a por mí, tuviera que me lo matan.
Flee while you have the chance. You'll be nothing.
En vez de atacarme a mí, ataca a Arcerinoa. Gilipollas.
This battle is ours. This battle is won.
You've left yourself open. Forward.
Weakling.
Venga, va y falla, tío. Willy, va y falla, tío. Exagerado, güey.
Shall we dance?
Así es, de aquí le pego. El otro le pega por la espalda.
Take this.
Too slow.
Buah, ahora sí. Ya estaría muerto si no hubiera fallado ese ataque.
A wasted effort.
You won't beat me! Come and get me! Look at me learning.
¡No, ve! Es una trampa, me ha reventado a todo el mundo dentro del agua.
This should do.
I will end this.
Flame, heed my call.
So, it falls to me.
Free!
Yo no, ve. La que me ha liado ahí dentro del agua. Yo que me ha paralizado a todo el mundo. Que me pueden matar y todo, en verdad. Uf, esta me va a salvar.
Weakling.
Yo, venga, ya no me lo puede ser, tío.
For life.
Y no ataca al otro, tío.
You will not. I am finished. Surrender.
¡Madre mía, qué falso lo que quita eso de daño! No, me matan y todo, tío.
Your Highness.
The situation is grim. I'll make this quick.
Se ha muerto, tío, güey.
Now what to do? Together.
Se muere.
I shall try my level best.
Too slow.
¿Se ha quedado viva? Y yo la puta cerda que está viva todavía, Willy. No puede ser, tío.
It hurts.
Heed my call.
Muerta, ¿no? No, ¿cómo es posible?
As far as
Ah, toma por culo a Blora. Victory! Piri, 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 pi, 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 pi. Pues haré el análisis del juego. Yo me juego los huevos a que toda la gente esta que ha hecho el análisis y los juegos no se han jugado solo la demo. Y ya está.
We have won. You are finished, General of Laura.
how have I failed?
No la mates.
Please, you've already won.
No, not yet. We cannot stand before the people and declare victory while our enemy yet lives.
This is the reality of war, Queen Cordelia. Do me the honor of witnessing my final moments.
General!
Glenbrook demands justice. Step aside, Your Majesty.
Then I beg you, as Queen of Glenbrook, do not do this.
No eres la reina. Yo soy el rey.
Spare her. Please. I cannot bear this cruelty.
As you wish. Let us end this war and spill no further blood in its name. But the names of our murdered kin still cry out for vengeance. For them, I will see her dead.
Wait. Is that...
Oh, el príncipe Roland.
Roland Glenbrook. Back from the dead.
Let us settle this once and for all, Aflora.
What are you saying, Prince Roland?
There is no need for you to take such a risk.
No, but indulge me this one last time. Allow me to finish it on my terms.
¿Se van a marcar un over y martel o qué, Willy? ¿Se va a marcar un over y martel?
Duel me before the throne. Fine. I accept your challenge.
Not here. Come.
Un over y martel se va a marcar, güey.
This is where I defeated Maxwell. You have a penchant for poetic justice, I see.
Mock me for being sentimental if you wish. I care not.
No, Princeling. 'Tis not something I hold in contempt. But your sentimentality will not save you from the same fate as your master.
Toma, reventa.
Victory is mine.
You fight well. Well enough to protect her. To protect Cordelia in my stead.
De lanzarle la lanza y que cayera para abajo ahí. Con la lanza que la va. Al agua.
General of Laura!
Juegazo, pues no veas si esto es un juegazo.
Roland
casts off his mask and defeats Avlora in a duel, though her body falls into the Nozelia River and is lost. After a momentary withdrawal, the Byzantine forces attack the Crown City again when word of General Avlora's demise reaches them. The Asfrosti army folds quickly without anyone to lead them.
Masacrados,
House
rodeados.
Wolfort defeats the remaining guards and seizes control of the castle. They secure the Crown City just as dawn breaks, though the battle has not left the city or its people unscathed.
El final del Metal Gear 3 sí que es un juegazo, ¿eh? Mira cómo está la ciudad, eso que decidió no atacarla directamente.
It is finished.
But the road ahead is long and arduous. Glenbrook's wounds run deep.
Es que este juego está sin terminar. Este juego le falta ponerle el mundo, que tú puedas ir por el mundo hablando con la gente, llegando a los pueblos, que no sea una cinemática. Y más combate, es que el juego no tiene nada de combate. Un juego de estrategia que no tiene combates. Hay 10 batallas, 11 batallas en todo el juego.
Right you are. How glad I am to have you by my side, old friend.
El último capítulo. Y ahora por lo menos le he quitado, le baja la dificultad y no tengo que farmear. Porque es que encima farmeando tutoriales porque no tienes misiones para subir de nivel.
Esfrost's troops are scattered and driven from the Crown City. Glenbrook, at last, is free. Several days after this fateful battle, Queen Cordelia announces her intent to abdicate the throne and make way for another. Roland Glenbrook, his face no longer hidden from the world, will take his rightful place at the seat of power. With the prince's friends having only just finished grieving his death, and his enemies having only just finished toasting to it, this news shocks the foundations not only of Glenbrook, but of Nozelia itself. Prince Roland has proven his pedigree by storming the walls of Whiteholm and routing his enemies, delivering his sister to safety.
Esto ya es el final del juego, entonces no hay otro
The
capítulo.
prince becomes king and condemns the schemes of Gustadolf, making known Esfrost's plot to usurp the throne. However, the people's reaction to this news is not quite a chorus of approval. It is plain that the ravages of war and the shame of subjugation have left an indelible mark on the once prosperous nation. Although the battle for Glenbrook is behind them, Serenoa and the rest of the city's liberators must make ready for a struggle of an entirely different sort.
El último capítulo.
Congratulations on returning to your rightful throne, King Roland.
Ah, you returned. My friend, a word.
Yes.
I am honored to have had you by my side on this journey. To be able to call you friend.
As am I, Roland.
Your Majesty, representatives from Hyzant have arrived.
We shan't make undue demands of your time, King Roland. We've simply come to say farewell.
Without your aid,
Los muñecos parecen
our
los del
people
Jabu
would still be
Hotel.
under Esfrost's iron rule. Glenbrook owes you a debt of gratitude.
Consider the debt paid. The knowledge we gleaned of Elfric's capabilities was more than worth our troubles.
Indeed, it surpassed my every expectation. The Holy One is sure to be pleased with the results.
Your Majesty, can we trust you to lift the embargo and keep Esfrost subdued?
Of course. Lord Wolford has promised his full cooperation in that regard.
Your Majesty, lest you misunderstand your friend's position, allow me to make one matter abundantly clear. Minister Serenoa is of the Saintly Seven. He is not to serve at your whims, but by the grace of the Hierophant.
I understand, but he is also a Lord of Glenbrook. More importantly, he is my friend. As such, I would ask for his assistance in the days ahead, as I have in days past.
Your Majesty, it is plain that the friendship between you two runs deep. However, the rules of politics are old and immutable.
And what does the Lord himself think of his new position?
Ahora tenemos que decir que sí, no con Dunargia, con lo otro.
Hyzant has bestowed upon me. I will do all in my power to serve both the Hierophant and King Roland with all faithfulness.
In other words, the Hierophant does not have your full loyalty.
Well,
Glenbrook and Hyzant are to be two nations united in purpose. Surely it is reasonable that Lord Serenoa acts in service to both. Perhaps King Roland and the Hierophant should discuss my lord's role together.
You are right, of course. It is not our place to assume the goddess's intent.
Very well. I hope to meet with the Holy One as soon as my duties allow.
A nosotros vamos a estar en medio, ¿eh?
I expect busy days ahead for you, Serenoa. Be prepared.
certainly, Your Majesty.
Milo shall stay in Glenbrook for the time being. If there is aught she can assist you with, consider her at your complete disposal. Remember, Milo, that you are the symbol of friendship between our two nations.
La Milo.
But of course, I live to serve.
La meretriz, güey.
And with that, we shall take our leave.
May we meet again soon.
Te funaron en Jabu Hotel, ¿eh?
They leave us with a spy. It seems we still haven't won their trust entirely.
Whatever secrets they uncover will only attest to our commitment to the friendship between us.
Still, their actions speak volumes. Their aid has not come without expectation of just recompense. Already they seek to make Lord Serenoa their puppet.
But we need Hyzant's aid to crush Esfrost.
By the same token, we cannot resist Hyzant without Esfrost's might. And once Esfrost is laid low, Glenbrook will have served its purpose. What then would stop Hyzant from tightening their grip?
Just as they did with the Rosal. The injustice I saw at the source is not something I'll soon forget. If you require proof of Hyzant's true nature, you need only remember.
I know.
Son meretriz.
This country is my home. Built by my father and the kings before him. Safeguarded by my sister and generations of my
Nah,
father.
el City House, eso ya yo me lo compré en físico, sí, eso. Y si no me gusta, pues ahí lo dejo en la colección. Pero gracias, Mephisto, güey.
For now, we must look within. Only after that work is done should we look without.
Se está de segunda mano en el game por 40 euros, cosas así.
It's you.
Roland.
May we speak for a moment?
Of course, brother. My apologies. I'm so happy you're alive. It's just... I believed you dead for so long.
I understand. But hiding from the world was the only way.
You needn't explain. I don't blame you in the least.
Yo me lo voy a pillar yo de segunda mano.
Thank you. About General Avlora.
Eso en el game está la cesta llena.
Avlora... She
was a servant of Esfrost. Our enemy.
I know.
I know.
You know there was no room for mercy. Not if we wanted to win back Glenbrook. Not if I wanted to rescue you from Esfrost's clutches. However, I thought you deserved to know. She did have parting words.
El Astral Chain ahí lo tengo yo que jugué al juego una partida.
It seems she cared for you.
No me mande nada. Si Mephisto, si lo que tú mandas es super chat, YouTube se queda a la mitad. Eso es una estafa. Yo me lo compro, no te preocupes, hombre.
Our scouts are yet searching for her, but her wounds were grave. I fear when we find her, she will...
Lo que me mande tú de super chat, YouTube se queda a la mitad. Y luego de lo que tengo que cobrar, el netboard se queda un 40%. O sea que eso es... Mandar una cantidad grande de dinero en YouTube, eso es una estafa, se lo quedan yo.
No. I just... This whole time, I've refused to show even a moment of weakness.
Yo me lo compro el juego, si no vale caro. Eso está por 40, 45 euros de segunda mano. A mí me da igual porque yo lo quiero para usarlo, no para tenerlo presentado.
I'm here, and I won't leave you again. But please, visit the infirmary. Some bed rest will surely set both of our minds at ease.
Thank you. I'm glad to see your trials haven't stripped you of your kindness. Welcome home, brother.
Mira, está el juego, el Fire Emblem está. ¿El Warrior es el de la historia o el Treehouse? En Amazon está a 60 euros nuevo y de segunda mano en el game estará más barato.
And my siblings, Thalos and Erica?
Muertos.
They died, fighting bravely in battle. My condolences, Your Grace.
I understand. I have fewer pieces on the board than ever.
Me le da igual que le hayan matado al hermano, lo único que le importa es que se está quedando sin pieza.
Really is true what they say about him.
It seems I was wrong to think that Hysant would remain idle. Or was my more grievous error to be taken in by the prince's false death? Regardless, I was a fool to show House Wolford any mercy.
Your Grace, reports from the battlefield tell of an unknown weapon being brought to bear against our forces.
Oh? Continue.
They say it sank one of our ships in a blast of purple.
Our iron, our pride, torn apart like sheets of parchment before a storm. We mustn't allow Hysant to think they've won the upper hand. I intend to answer their weapon with one of my own.
Ve hacia donde la gloria te aguarda, fin. Un capítulo sin combate, Willy.
After retaking Whiteholm Castle, Roland assumes the throne. Joy over the return of the line of Glenbrook sweeps the kingdom. Yet not everyone is quick to welcome Roland back with open arms.
Mañana o el martes tengo que ir a Argane a recoger un mando de Play 4 que me he comprado.
They
Lo
suspect
miraré.
him to be naught but a figurehead of a puppet regime. Roland's absence, it seems, made room for discord among his subjects to flourish.
Capítulo 15.
So that is what happened in my absence.
Yes. Gustadolf was a clever ruler. After the invasion, Patriot and his royalists cozied up to Esfrost in order to protect themselves. Gustadolf used them to his every advantage. He stripped them of their privileges and left them nothing but their governing responsibilities. I don't think Patriot much cared for that, but it did ensure everything continued smoothly, without interrupting the people's lives.
Now I understand why there was little unrest after the occupation began.
A clean, effective takeover by a well-seasoned commander.
But all the while, he was preparing to face the next conflict.
Wait, does he intend to march on Hyzant next?
I believe so. I wish I could be more specific. But the Goddess's shield cannot protect the Holy State's capital from Esfrost. Not anymore. He said it will all be over once the death knell is ready.
What is this death knell?
A new weapon born from the coupling of his frosty
Un nuevo
iron
tipo de
beacon and
arma.
explosive projectiles. Thalos claimed it is powerful enough to break through the Goddess's shield.
To think Esfrost is capable of
Está a
creating
60
such
euros
a
nuevos sin
monstrosity.
usar el juego.
Ah, so much for their reign of peace. Taking over Glenbrook was only the first move in a bigger gambit to seize the source.
I am disturbed to learn of Gustadolf's plan. But rebuilding our capital must take priority.
Very well. We should investigate the extent of the damage and discuss how best to proceed from there. House Wolfort will lend whatever aid you need.
Thank you, Serenoa. But since you are one of their saintly seven now,
Pasa que ahora tengo una
I'd ask
pecha de
you to
juegos
keep an eye on
pendientes
Hyzant
todavía
as
que no
well.
vea. Ahora me tengo que pasar ¿cómo se llama este? El Bravely Default 2 que lo tengo ahí también.
Apologies. A brief spell of dizziness.
I have been looking everywhere for you, Your Highness.
A dos mareos, Willy.
Patriot.
I do not recall giving you leave of the infirmary. Your injuries are still healing.
Curandería, ¿eh?
Would you undo all the trouble I went through to get you the best of care? Pray, return to the infirmary at once.
¿Curandería de qué? ¿Y qué le pasa a la tía? Está enferma y no ha
What do you do
combatido,
to
no ha
push
hecho nada.
yourself, Cordelia? Rest now. Leave everything to me.
All right.
We got a pretty good understanding of the damage in the capital, my lord. It's a tad more than we were expecting.
I see. Then we must make haste with repairs. Let's report this to Hyzant and see what aid they can give us. Was there anything of note besides damage?
There ain't an easy way of putting this, but not everyone's exactly pleased to hear Prince Roland's returned. Esfrost exempted Glenbrook's subjects from the salt tax. Likely a bid to get in everyone's good graces. A damn good one at that. But more than that, The so-called freedom Gustadolf brought to the kingdom seems to have made a splash. He threw out the old ways and made it so anyone could better their lot in life dependent on their ability instead of their birthright.
Just as in Esfrost.
Then the people must have looked quite favorably upon Gustadolf's rule.
I wager folks ain't too pleased to see us, since they figure it means things will go back to how they used to be.
Roland surmised as much. We must do something to show the people his is a return worth celebrating.
Anna, have you looked into the state of affairs in the castle?
Yes. The head of the Royalists, Minister Patriot, is extending his influence. He made quite the name for himself, even under Gustadolf. Though he seems eager enough to support King Roland, he was just as eager to serve the Archduke. I do not believe we can trust him.
Ahí viene.
Distinguished members of House Wolford, how hard you are all working to rebuild our capital. What a delightful thing to see.
Minister, you do us a great honor, visiting us out of all the many other responsibilities that must vie for your attention.
Oh, come now, do not think yourself so insignificant. The entire kingdom owes you its thanks, myself included, of course. We are so grateful for
Hiperpelota, Willy, chupando los botas.
you now serve a different master.
We are only doing what any of King Roland's loyal vassals would.
Speaking of the king, I'm afraid we've a bit of a problem.
Un
His
pequeño
Majesty
problema.
seems to be entertaining thoughts of retaliating against Esfrost. But the people have had their fill of war. And I'm sure you're already aware the people look upon the royal line with disfavor. I only beg you take every care going forward.
A warning.
Yo.
A warning.
Even so, there is naught we can do but focus on rebuilding.
Indeed. Let us return to the king and apprise him of our progress.
I would walk the city with Gila a bit longer and speak with the people.
As you wish. But this is not the capital you knew. Be careful, my love.
Pues se lo tengo comprado ahí, lo jugar, no sé si lo jugaré el próximo, pero es que de la Play 4 y de la Play 5 también tengo todavía un montón de juegos. Por ejemplo, el Kena lo tengo ahí sin abrir todavía. Historia de personajes, 7 historias de personajes, madre mía. Uf.
Go on, have another glass.
Yo el juego esto lo voy a terminar.
I'm offering top
Falta la
shelf
última
drink
parte
for
ya.
bottom shelf prices tonight. No need to fret over your coin purses.
See? This is why we keep coming back. Nobody treats us better than our Hasabar.
Quite the crowd tonight, eh? Good to see you.
All thanks to you for supplying me with that mead.
Thanks to my good fortune, you mean. I got it for so cheap on account of the batch not measured quite
Esta
up
se va a
to
liar con
Roland's
esto,
usual standards.
Still, look at how happy it's made them. There's nothing I love more than seeing my tavern full to bursting like this. Thank you, Eridor. Truly.
It's nothing, honest.
Ah, and just like that, they've nearly drank me dry. Might have to close up early tonight.
Celebrating something, Hasabara. Whatever it is, we'll drink to that. Pour us around.
I wish I could. Seems the barrels have run dry tonight. But if you'll come back on the morrow...
Run dry?
Pelea.
Even up for these drunkards? You can't spare a drop for those of us who are risking our lives for you on the battlefield? Ah! drunkard.
Don't you
Drunker,
fools go spoiling the one spot of happiness we've had in a long while.
Enough! My tavern's a place for forgetting troubles, not stirring them up. You do well not to look down your noses at the very people you've sworn an oath to protect. You want respect? Go out there and earn it by ending the war. Then there'll be drink aplenty to go around.
You tell them, Hasabara. They're no better than us.
You lot aren't blameless either, you know. These soldiers do put their lives on the line to protect yours. They get enough grief on the battlefield without you giving it to them off it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
Con la música de pena,
I
güey.
shouldn't have let my temper flare.
Look, there's still some drink left here. How's about you raise a glass together?
Yeah. You can have some of ours, too. Well, don't mind if I do.
Level head you've got on your shoulders there, Hasabara.
It helped that you pitched in when you did.
Va a haber chingamiento.
Hits the spot. Doesn't it? Here, I'll pour you another.
See? Now this is what I live for. Giving people a place they can come together and leave the worries of the world behind for a while. Somehow, I know this is what Theo would have wanted me to do. If only I could raise
¿Y
a
esto
glass
qué
with him.
aporta a la historia del juego? Nada. Esto.
I reckon he'd be proud. You've made a spot of sunshine for people that don't get much of it these days. People like me.
What with business booming again, it looks like I'm going to have my
Los
hands full
parroquianos
for a
del
while.
Carbo bebiendo cerveza, Willy.
Don't you worry for your mama, Theo. As long as there's ale to be poured and smiles on her customers' faces, she'll be just fine.
Uf, Willy, aquí ya me duermo yo, viendo la cinemática, para rellenar.
Roland, what are you doing out here?
There's hardly a better place to become lost in one's thoughts. Don't you agree?
Y aquí donde apareció
I
muerto
suppose.
él.
However, if aught weighs on your mind, it may serve you better to turn to a friend.
Then let me ask, do you believe me too immature for my station?
Not at all. Quite the opposite, in fact.
But the other nobles
Sí me
loved
pone
to
música de
gossip of
pena,
my
güey.
disinterest in politics and intrigue, and mocked my love of hockey.
You said it yourself. Gossip and sniping, nothing more. Pay no mind to nobles and their petty judgments. The people who matter, your subjects, hold you dearly in their hearts. Stories abound of their love for you.
Con la música de pena.
Hey, go peddle your junk somewhere else.
And why would I do that, my good sir? I see no reason to forego such a bustling avenue simply to please a stranger.
A stranger? You're posted in front of my damn shop. You're stealing my customers from right under my nose.
Oh, I am? I'm not sure your lack of customers could be blamed on me.
Hombre, él paga impuestos y el vendedor ambulante se ha puesto ahí a vender sin pagar impuestos y sin pagar nada.
What bickering is this?
None of your business, whelp. Now leave us to our negotiations.
Prince Roland, is that really you?
prince, you say? Well,
A distinguished gentleman such as yourself must be mortified to have your customers bear witness to this childish bickering.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. My temper got the best of me.
And you, merchant. If you mean to trade in Glenbrook, I trust you have procured the proper licenses and approvals.
well, the process takes some days, you see. Pardon, Your Highness.
Then your business shall have to wait some days, it seems. Shall I summon a member of the Kingsguard to explain the law in detail?
No, there'll be no need of that, Highness. I'll just be on my way.
Hombre, el otro está pagando los impuestos y no lo paga.
Thank you, Prince Roland. Come visit any time, and I'll let you have your pick of my wares.
Your place has always been with your people. You could walk down the main avenue and settle disputes with a single word.
Don't tell me you were watching. They were petty arguments, nothing more.
As petty as they might have been, you were happy to do it. What better proof of royalty is there than that?
But it wasn't because I was wise that I solved their problems. It was my name and status that let my words wait. How do you imagine a kingdom with not a single dissatisfied soul would look?
That's a difficult thing to imagine.
Indeed. I suppose the best one can hope for is to do what we can. While we can.
Well, we can start envisioning such a nation. That one day we might build it. Together.
I like the sound of that. No doubt the answers we seek lie ahead. So long as we stay honest with ourselves. And so long as we work together. You and I, Serenoa.
Todavía me quedan 5 historias de personajes secundarios.
Do you have a moment, Sheila?
Oh, Frederica. Is something
Frederica.
Well, I invited Serenoa to have dinner with me tonight.
That's wonderful. Are you cooking for him?
I am.
No sabe
I've been
prepararla.
practicing with the book you gave me. I was hoping to finally show him what I've learned.
En serio, tío, esto es una historia secundaria que le va a hacer una cena. En serio.
A warm soup full of meatballs.
Estofado de albóndiga.
Meaty, savory stew to tickle the tongue.
Tropezones y secreto. Willy, el secreto que es flujo. Va a echar un poquito de flujo para darle el
That
toque.
sounds like quite a mouthful, in more ways than one.
The author is rather verbose, yes. Anyhow, I also want to make an appetizer. Might you be able to lend a hand?
Cooking is hardly my specialty, but say no more. I'd love to.
¿En serio está la historia secundaria? ¿En serio, Willy?
Oh dear.
This is disappointing, to say the least.
And we're almost out of time. Serenoa
No
will
son
be back any
capaces de
minute
hacer
now.
unas putas albóndigas, Willy.
Excuse me, Lady Frederica. Lord Serenoa has just sent word that he has been held up at a meeting.
Más tarde de los previstos.
He says there is a chance he may not even return tonight.
I see. Thank you for letting me know.
Madre mía, Willy, albóndigas con flujo
sounds like your
y
dinner
le
made
sale
up
mal,
your
güey.
A blessing in disguise. It
Ah,
gives
nos
us
vemos,
time to
güey.
cook this
Bon.
again and do it right this time.
Lord Serenoa may not even return tonight.
But there is a chance he might. And I refuse to disappoint him. Would you help me, Gila?
Of course, Frederica. I shall do my very best to see this through with you.
I cannot thank you enough.
Me voy a tumbar, Willy, porque con las cinemáticas que quedan vamos a ponernos cómodos. A ver. Aquí, aquí, aquí me tumbo. ¡Oh!
The vegetables are done.
Y nos tumbamos todos viendo la cinemática de cómo hace la
The meatballs are ready too.
albóndigas con flujo tropezones. Ay, ay.
Frederica, I'm back.
He vuelto.
Oh, welcome back.
It appears we've run out of time.
I was on my way here when something urgent came to my attention. I apologize for returning so late. I know we were supposed to have dinner tonight.
I am just happy you're here. Besides, I am the one who should apologize. I wanted to cook you a meal, but failed terribly on my first attempt, so it isn't yet ready. I'm sorry, Serenoa.
Ahora, como es un hombre moderno, va a ayudar él también a hacer de comer. Ya verá, mira.
Don't look so down, Frederica. I was delighted when you asked me to share a meal. Now that I'm back, why don't I help you with the food?
¿Lo ve? Oh, es un hombre progre, moderno. Viene tarde de trabajar y él hace la comida.
Thank you again for inviting me.
Qué asco, tío.
I've overjoyed to spend this
Con
time
los
together.
pelos de... Pues hay gente que lo hace, ¿eh?
I enjoyed cooking with
Para
you
hacer
as well.
los rituales esos de
The
atamiento,
time
¿eh?
we spend together is very precious to me. I regret that my
¿Cómo puede
days
ser
as a
posible que en día de hoy haya gente que se crea la tierra plana, la tierra hueca, que si tienes la regla y toca una planta, la planta se muere? ¿En serio, tío? Todavía hay gente con esos pensamientos, esas cosas. Qué increíble, tío, la capacidad de algunos.
I hurried home, hoping we could gaze upon its beauty together.
It's strange. When I was in Esfrost, I would look up at the same sky. But it felt so much colder there. The stars seemed as if frozen. They did not twinkle the way they do now that I am with you, Serenoa.
Frederica,
Todos esos puntitos que hay en el firmamento son eurillos del Game Pass, Willy.
my side. I need you. Now more than ever.
Of course, Serenoa. I wish to gaze up at the same sky, sit beneath the same moon, and walk the same path you do. Together, forever and always.
Pero este juego es muy tradicionalista, no se puede comparar con el Mother 3, que tienes que encontrar con 7 magas mágicas que son tíos travestis con barba y te dan poderes, ¿eh? Los travestis. Con el pelo rosa y con la barba ahí. Hostia, ello. Ana. Bueno, Willy, aquí llevamos 1 hora viendo cinemáticas otra vez.
Under this tree.
¿Qué está buscando esta?
This here's the land of the Jax clan. Or used to be more like.
El clan Jack.
That clasp on your chest, that's their sigil, if I'm not mistaken.
Su familia.
It's a memento from my parents. Or so I was told.
Aye. Now that I'm looking for it, I can see the resemblance. Same silvery hair and everything. Villages near here met with a pretty terrible fate. They begged the armies to spare their fields.
La gente diciendo que estamos viviendo en el mundo de la 3D falsa, de que Putin es un reptiliano, de que el Obama es travesti, es una tía, y su mujer es un hombre. Es que, yo qué sé, tío. La gente está hecha por la cabeza, tío, de verdad.
He was digging graves for the dead, enemy and all. A hero and a gentleman he was. Names on the tip of my tongue.
Benedict.
Aye, that was it. Do you know the man? I'd like you to pass on my gratitude, if you do.
Thanks for showing me the way.
Your coins hold the thanks I require. If that's all you'll be needing me for, I'll leave you to it.
Se va el viejo, mira.
You make a poor stalker.
Ain't exactly what I'm built for.
You fought in the battle here, didn't you?
Este mató a sus padres.
Benedict swore me to secrecy. But suppose it ain't breaking oath.
Él mató al padre de ella.
Oh, but first I ought to tell you. You've the right to the truth. And those ain't my words. They're his. That's why he never tried to stop you from finding out about your parents.
You know of their fate?
Los mató,
We drove the enemy up the cliff top. Cornered him there. The same instant we cut their leader down, a babe cried out in the distance. In the hideout, we found you, all swaddled up. A letter pinned to you with that same clasp on your chest.
Live strong, Anna. Stronger than any. I see now.
Your family died at our hands. If it's vengeance you want, you can take it out on me.
Y que el agua no existe, que el agua es un invento.
That doesn't sound like the Eredor I know. Do you think so little of me? To assume I would forsake my friend, bloody my hands with revenge. I know the truth at last. That is enough.
Is it, Anna? Or are you forcing it to be?
Don't be a fool. Benedict is the one who raised me. If I ever want for a father, I know where to find him. And when we've won this war, I shall make sure he understands that.
Todavía quedan 3 cinemáticas ellos. La madre.
Made it in time, my lord.
Eredor, you came.
Lady Destra. Your mother was loved by one and all, my lord. Honoring her this day is the least we can do. Is it just you here, my lord?
We are beset on all sides by tasks large and small. I would not impose my familial obligations on the others.
Spoken like a true leader. Me and your mother may not have been family by blood, but duty bound us just as close.
I am sure she would have been overjoyed to see you.
Hombre, cada vez tiene que inventarse cosas más grandes. Si tú has contado una mentira, la gente se aburre, tiene que contar una mentira más grande. La gente se aburre, pues tienes que cada vez tiene que decir algo más gigantesco para que te vayan siguiendo.
I somehow can feel the warmth of her embrace. Hear the loving sound of her voice.
She was smitten, that is true. She held on to you so tightly. I reckon not even the Dawn Spear could have pried you from her.
Did she?
Lady Destra's smile was brighter than the sun, and near as constant. She treated young Benedict and I like little brothers, though at times we weren't so deserving of her care. Even so, she always had a kind word.
Estaba enamorado Benedict de la madre de este, ¿no?
There weren't a woman like her in all of Narzelia.
I did not know the bond between you three ran so deep. Benedict never mentioned it.
His lips aren't as loose as mine, especially when it comes to Lady Destra. Speaking of which, here. Your mother would have loved to get one of these from you.
A snowbell? My father mentioned her fondness for these flowers. Every year, when I visited her, without fail, one of these would be placed in front of her grave. Was that you all this time?
Well, not exactly, my lord.
Es el Benedict.
They're quite rare, are they not? I often search for them, but I have yet to see one in bloom. Where did you find it?
Well, I made a journey down south. Benedict insisted. Apologies for my absence, my lord.
There is naught to apologize for. It was a thoughtful gesture, and I thank you for it.
¿Qué pasa? Saludos, güey. Está Israel, Israel, qué bonito Israel, 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 tus tierras te cuiden.
More than I deserve, if I'm being honest.
Huh. There's already a snowbell. Who could have...
Should have known. Nothing will stop him from his duty.
What was that?
It was nothing, my lord. Seems we're not the only ones carrying a torch for Lady Destra.
Indeed. We are fortunate to be part of such a close-knit house. And that is thanks to those who serve it. I trust I'll see you here again in a year's time, Eridor.
Of course, my lord. Snowbells might capture a moment in time.
El mundo desconocido, es que madre mía.
Inspired loyalty for an eternity.
Ya hoy ya es el último día, creo. Ya se acaba ya, güey. Este juego sirve para relajarte y dormirte. Te lo pones, pones a ver la cinemática y te mienta como una película. Te vas quedando dormido con la musiquilla. Siempre la misma música.
At it again, eh? You know, even the Dawn Spear set down his weapon on occasion.
Porque no le da el botón de autoplay.
We're at war. I cannot hope to end it by being idle.
Spoken like a true member of the Kingsguard. You lot were always too serious for my tastes.
Vamos a ver qué ha
Not
pasado.
serious enough. Where is the king we were meant to protect now? What will become of his kingdom? King Regna and Crown Prince Franny are no more. Only Roland and Cordelia remain. When I think of how lonely my child
El
must
aguilucho,
feel,
Willy.
I almost feel smothered by the
El
guilt.
águila que es más grande que ella, ¿eh?
If he's lonely, he hides it well. Could be that losing his princely obligations has lifted a weight off his shoulders.
Un príncipe pícaro, un príncipe y pícaro, ¿eh?
His father ever doted on Franny. He knew precious few moments of his mother's love before she passed. Even so, he tried his utmost to never show weakness in front of his sister. He was there for her in the worst of times. There was never a place near the throne for him. Truth be told, Sir Maxwell
¿Qué hace? ¿Televiaje y todo ya, el tío ya? Ya no le... Hostia, tío.
I'd like to think I
Yo la gente que conozco que ve al tío ese está reventado la cabeza. El principal, el botijero. Madre mía. Gente que no trabaja, que está en su casa todo el día y se aburre. Y tiene que poner a buscar cosas de la vida existenciales que no sea la puta realidad. Mira, toda esta gente son porque les sobra mucho el tiempo. Y tienen tanto tiempo que luego quieren ver como que la vida es algo más. ¿Por qué? Porque como su vida es una mierda, y al final esto es muy sencillo. Tienes que disfrutar la vida, el momento, porque cuando te mueres no hay nada. Te mueres y punto. Te mueres y ya está. Es como cuando sacas un juego y no lo vuelves a meter más. Estás muerto, ya está, se ha acabado. Se ha acabado. Ya está, así de sencillo. Como esta escena la he saltado y ya está, ya no va a volver a aparecer nunca más. Se ha acabado.
War broke out soon after that. My promise to teach him is yet unfulfilled.
Son gente que tiene mucho tiempo libre, que no trabaja y quiere buscarle un sentido más a la vida, porque tienen una vida de mierda y no aceptan la realidad. Te mueres y punto, ya está, no hay más nada. La vida es así.
Perhaps then, with the wind in our faces, we can forget our stations, our titles, if only just for one moment.
What was that last part? You'll have to speak up.
Como los que defienden la tierra plana, y yo, vamos a ver.
Nothing at all.
Aparte de todo, aunque la tierra fuera plana o fuera cuadrúpeda, ¿qué más te da? ¿Que algo va a cambiar en tu vida que la tierra sea plana? ¿Vas a vivir más? Oh, he demostrado que la tierra es plana, ahora voy a vivir más, pero ¿y qué más te da? Viaja andando de una punta a otra con una barca y verás el borde y se cae. La historia de los Anunnaki y esas cosas está sacado de los videojuegos, inspirado por la historia de H.P. Lovecraft. A mí me hace una gracia eso, Willy. Mira, son tan incultos la gente que cree en los Anunnaki, los reptilianos, la de esto de los ancestros. Eso está sacado de Lovecraft y de videojuegos y de cosas actuales, de no mucho tiempo. Son gente que en los 90 ha jugado juegos como Final Fantasy VII, que ha leído historias de Lovecraft y todas esas cosas, y está sacado todo de ahí. Que son historias de ficción. Y hay gente que las coge y se las cuenta a 4 incultos de mierda que no tienen capacidad intelectual para saber que eso está sacado de una película, de un videojuego, que está sacado de aquí y de allí, y se lo creen, Willy, y se lo creen, es que es muy fuerte, tío.
Nothing less than the completion of my groundbreaking research, Eredor.
Oh, well now, that is something.
Indeed it is. I've managed to thermodynamically stabilize the quasi-liquid.
O sea, hemos llegado a un punto de depender de que la religión vaya perdiendo un montón de relevancia, que se aprovecha de la gente, de la incultura de la gente, de todas esas cosas, y ahora se meten en algo que es todavía peor. Se meten en algo que es todavía peor. Es que no sé, es increíble.
See how simple. Did you say ice that never melts? That's mighty impressive and all, but what actual good does that do anyone?
My dear, sweet, simple Eredor, we can use my creation to forge weapons with no need for iron.
Sounds useful, if it works as you say. But how's the durability?
Contra mayor en cultura, pues más canales como el tipo El Mundo Desconocido hay.
Worry not. A prototype shall arrive shortly. I bid you try it out for yourself. For better or worse, you're the most experienced soldier I know, and so I'd have you handle it first.
That sounds big and important. I reckon I'll take you up on it.
What news? Surely it's finished by now.
Afraid not. I come bearing unfortunate news from the smithy. It seemed plenty sturdy at first, but shattered the moment he took a hammer to it. He says it has a long way to go before it can be used in place of iron, I'm afraid.
Preposterous! My calculations were impeccable. Surely I have not forsaken my homeland in pursuit of a fool's errand.
That's all a bit dramatic, isn't it? You can't have a breakthrough without breaking a couple of ice blades. You know what would wash away all that pain? A nice cold glass of spirits. Spirits? That's it! That unmelted ice of yours could chill him forever, could it not? Groundbreaking indeed.
Pero es que las historias del mundo desconocido las tienen en las historias de Lovecraft y la gente que se ha inspirado luego en Lovecraft. Y en videojuegos modernos, a partir de la época de los 95, 97, por ahí.
Weapons be damned. You've done very important work.
The fact remains that my calculations were in error. So forgive me my reluctance to.
Less sulking, more drinking. You succeeded, haven't you? Right then. This'll be my treat. And I won't be turning in till you do.
Very well. Scientific breakthroughs never come easily, I suppose. Perhaps my next experiment shall be seeing how many rounds my everlasting ice can chill. Right then. To the encampment with us. 'Tis time for a drink or three.
That's the spirit. Just promise me I won't have to haul your drunken ass home this time.
Dios. Así podemos subir de nivel o comprar. Mira, órdenes de esta del mérito. Dios, me pide un montón de mierdas de estas.
On my honor as king.
Mejorado.
It was worth every effort.
Yo no puedo mejorar a nadie más. Esta es que ni la he usado nunca, ¿eh? Nivel 11, ¿eh? Y tengo ya con el otro nivel 22, 21, 21, 20, 23, 21, 20. ¿El covadonga? ¿Eso qué es el covadonga, güey? El que me la coge cuando está poronga. Eso no sé ni lo que es eso, Willy, porque eso parece mal arriba. Dice, ¿qué te va a comprar? ¿El covadonga? Dice, ¿qué covadonga? Dice, el que me la agarra cuando la tengo poronga. ¿Eso qué son las tortugas ninja o qué? Castillo del Alba.
The coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith. Besides which, it is the royalists' most fervent wish. A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be. And right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for?
Las tortugas ninja. A mí el que me gusta es la recreativa y el de la Super Nintendo y el de la Mega Drive. Esos tres juegos. Lo que me he pillado una Super NES Mini para meterle todos los RPG y haré directillo con la capturadora. Porque hay muchos juegos que se ve ya que no van a sacar versiones modernas.
In a manner of speaking, a king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden. After all, you have only just been crowned.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
How fare things, Suette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well,
pero comprármelo no sé si me lo compraré.
But there are complaints.
Si vale barato y no es de estos limitados, pues sí.
Few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
¿Que sale en todas las tiendas o es solo de Limit Run Game o algo de eso?
Damn those royalists. We cannot be left to their own devices.
Es que esos, el arcade de Super Nintendo de Mega Drive están guapísimos esos juegos, tío. Mucho mejor que los modernos que han salido, ¿eh? Con diferencia.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustavo,
entonces sí me lo compraré, si no es caro el juego.
privilege after privilege to the powerful.
Para Play.
For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
Perhaps, but his freedom was
¿Y qué es de Konami el juego? Porque en aquella época, si no recuerdo mal, era de Konami, los juegos clásicos.
I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolfort messenger. Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolfort, bearing tidings of Lord Simo.
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well.
Han salvado al padre.
Recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolfort so he can honor you himself.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolfort domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolfort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
Se han adueñado del pueblo los bandidos,
We
huele.
cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
Pues si Konami ha sacado un recopilatorio de Tortugas Ninja, puede ser esperanzador a que en el futuro saquen un nuevo recopilatorio de Metal Gear. ¿Versión cumbia? ¿Eso qué es? Silent Hill versión cumbia. Tenemos que tomar una decisión. Versión cumbia, Willy.
House Wolford and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the castle. And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalys and other commanding officers.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Oh, to see Gustaf's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees.
Sí, no va a implorar sal porque él tiene sal en la mina.
Though, this could be our chance to crush the duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron after all.
Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norsellian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norsellian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression.
Claro, porque las minas tienen sal.
Why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Minister Edor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated. Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help, and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
Send forth a veritable bounty.
Ya yo sé lo que es la cumbia, güey.
To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook. They will both be ours before long.
La abuela de Glaucoburgo será nuestra. Se quieren quedar con los dos países, ¿eh? Es que esto es increíble. Decisión. Como la cumbia de
Thank you
Goku.
all for helping to determine the extent of the damage to the capital. This information will be invaluable as we proceed with reconstruction. There is also happy word from Castle Wolford. My Lord Father is awake. They say he is recovering apace and is already up and walking.
Those are glad tidings indeed.
He says he would like to see us and hear of all that has passed while he was taken ill.
Then what are we waiting for? I'll saddle the horses.
Would that we could depart at once, but the messenger brought another piece of news.
Bandits plague the outskirts of the Rosellan village.
Ain't anyone living in that village anymore, so why bother with it? Think they're looking to make themselves a cozy lair?
Whatever they want, they cannot be allowed to do as they please. We must protect the village so the Roselle have a home to return to.
Apologies for my tardiness. It's sudden, I know, but I must ask you a favor.
What is it?
I suspect Patriot and his royalists of filching relief supplies.
We've no proof it's them, but the fact remains.
The people in most need of those goods are not receiving them.
The matter warrants investigating at the very least. And I would ask for Wolfort's assistance.
I see. Well, we were just discussing what we ought to do next. Allow me to explain the 3 courses of action before us.
3 opciones.
1. Return to Castle Wolfort as my Lord Father requests. 2. Defend the Rosellan village from bandits. Or 3. Remain in the capital to investigate the Royalists.
Lord Simon has recovered. What splendid news. If I could only go to him myself and thank him for all House Wolfort has done. But I cannot leave the capital in the throes of a possible scandal. Too many hold the royal family in contempt as it is.
That may be the case, but now that Lord Simon has awoken, someone must make sure he is healthy and apprise him of recent events. I would go to Castle Wolfort, Lord Serenoa, if it pleases you.
My heart breaks for the Rosellan village. Let me go to its defense, even if I must go alone.
I cannot allow that. It's far too dangerous a task for one person.
Well, I would have the Wolfort soldiers with me, of course. Besides, do you recall our first meeting?
Of course I do. You were being assailed by rogues at the port.
If you hadn't been there, who knows what would have become of me.
O sea, que va a morir si no la ayuda.
I am stronger, enough that I shall bring no dishonor to House Wolfort's name. My lord, have faith in me. Let me do this.
¿Qué pasa? Saludos, güey.
It seems best that Benedict, Frederica, and I each attend to these pressing matters, separately.
Indeed, but the rest of us cannot be in 3 places at once. We can only choose one path to take. Bring the scales of conviction.
Nos vamos a dividir. Vamos a guardar. Y le voy a dar que sea lo que Dios quiera. Que elija Dios, Willy. Que elija la Anunnaki mayor. Venga, vamos a ver qué es lo que sale.
It is time to cast. The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen.
Al verde, ¿cuál era el verde? La reconquista de la capital.
The way forward is decided. We return to... I must return to the Wolfort domain, to my father's side.
Lord Simon will be most pleased to see you, I am certain.
Of course. Fulfill your duty to your father. I shall see to things in the capital.
And I shall attend to the Rosellan village. Please give Lord Simo my best.
Oh, Lord Serenoa, you are returning home? What perfect timing. I was thinking of heading to the Wolfort domain myself. Might I accompany you?
Milo, how'd you sneak into the castle?
Oh, let's just say I have my ways. You might find the companionship of such a capable woman a boon on the road.
I know not what her aims are, my lord, but I do know she will be easier to watch by your side.
Indeed. All right, Milo, you may come. But you'll be put to work for the household. Understood?
Of course, my lord.
Then this is farewell for now. King Roland, Frederica.
Vamos a hacer una espía, una chivata, obviamente, vamos. Roland y Frederica han abandonado el grupo. Ya está, ya esos se quedan fuera del grupo para siempre, ¿eh?
With the capital once more under their control, the members of House Wolffort disperse to the various corners of the domain. Roland, for his part, works to rid the Crown City of his political enemies. Frederica repairs to the Rosellan village. Serenoa, Benedict, and the
Nos hemos
others
quedado con el peor de los
make a
tres que podíamos
triumphant
quedarnos, con
return
el
to
viejo.
Castle Wolffort, where Lord Simon eagerly awaits their arrival.
Cuando yo deba partir. Oh.
Hark! The young rulers have returned.
Mira todo el mundo, Willy.
Show some respect, lad. They've driven Esfrost from our lands and brought the kingdom back from the brink. And one of them is no less than one of Hyzant's saintly 7.
Dare I say, an achievement greater than Lord Simon ending the Salt Iron War. Fills me with pride enough to think I'd done it myself.
I'm sorry, Mr. Lord King. I didn't mean it.
You've done nothing wrong. Address me as you please. I thank you one and all for your efforts in seeing us through to victory.
Oh, you are too gracious, my lord.
Y la tía Sara, el pelo negro, en vez de irse con la Frederica, se queda conmigo, y ¿dónde va? Y el Roland, lo he subido al máximo de nivel y se me va del equipo. Y la Rose igual, la mujer Rose también se me va del equipo, que la tengo subida al máximo, tío.
Isn't it just? Bold is the nation that besmirches House Wolffort's honor now.
I reckon not even the king himself would speak ill of us now.
Course not. It was this lad what made that mask-wearing coward of a prince the king.
All hail House Wolffort.
All hail Mr. Lord.
Esto es como la Play, la Xbox, la gente que aman a los videojuegos como si fueran un señor a las compañías de videojuegos.
And he's got the might to defend him.
Mi señor es mejor que el tuyo, de ahí viene esto.
And so he may as well be king. I must say I do appreciate a powerful man. Perhaps I should cast my lot in with the future rather than the past.
The cowardly prince they refer to is King Roland, no doubt.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
I pray that's all it is. Hyzant's overtures are most bold. They mean to lure us in.
Cinemática, 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 cinemática. El juego que más cinemática tiene de la historia de los videojuegos.
Once proud Esfrost has been laid low, and Prince Roland installed as King of Glenbrook. Perhaps now they understand how powerful we are.
There is yet more good news. We have coaxed enough power from the Elfric to power the automaton.
Oh, have the spoils of war ever been so great?
A question House Wolfort no doubt asks themselves. Are you not troubled by their gains? The people of Glenbrook rally around their newly returned hero as we speak. I fear we have unwittingly created an enemy to rival Esfrost, or worse.
Which is precisely why I have sent Milo to watch their every move. We shall be informed of any plots against us in due course.
And you are content to trust this?
Sí, pero la Milo dice que le gustamos nosotros más que el viejo, ha dicho.
What does it matter if I trust her? The goddess shall render final judgment to any and all traitors.
Be they spies.
Claro, como me pasa a mí, la PlayStation a mí nunca me ha defraudado. Pues yo me la voy a comprar sin pensármelo. En el momento que me defraude, pues ya me lo pensaré. Pero a día de hoy la única compañía que no me ha defraudado, Xbox me ha defraudado con todas sus consolas, Nintendo me ha defraudado con la Wii, con la Wii U, con la... abandonando la 3DS. Por ahora PlayStation a mí no me ha defraudado con ninguna consola, porque yo la PS Vita me la compré cuando ya estaba muertísima por el tema de emuladores. La PSP la disfruté a tope, la Play 1 la disfruté a tope, la que menos he jugado la Play 2, pero porque en esa época yo jugaba menos porque estaba en el ejército. La Play 3 la he jugado mucho, la Play 4 y la Play 5. Sus juegos exclusivos cada vez mejores. El padre del que murió.
Lord Svarog, you've been summoned to the capital with regard to the death spell. How long do you intend to defy the Archduke's orders?
I've no time for his trifling inquiries, now that Glenbrook has been wrested from our hold. I fear an assault on the duchy is imminent. We must fortify Twins Gate.
Such an order would be mine to give, not yours.
Be gone! I was a fool to think you could protect the duchy's lands.
The Archduke shall render his judgment.
Damn his judgment, and everything it has wrought! Leaving that fool Thalis in charge of Glenbrook brought this upon us.
I shall pass your words on to him, then.
See that you do, messenger boy. And let him know that if he wishes for me to follow his orders, he will speak the truth, and nothing but.
La PS Vita es que salió en un momento porque esas consolas estaban muertas. Nintendo es que lo que de siempre, Nintendo vende sus consolas baratas para los niños chicos, que es lo más barato que hay, pues es la única que obtuvo camino. Una persona no se iba a gastar lo que valía una PS Vita, pudiéndose comprar en aquel momento un móvil que le ofrecía más cosas. Y gracias a que PS Vita murió, pues hemos tenido tantos juegos exclusivos de Play 4. Si no, tú ten en cuenta que si la PS Vita no hubiera muerto, la mitad de los juegos de Play 4 que hemos tenido no los hubiéramos tenido. Porque era dinero que se desviaba y estudio que se desviaba para hacer juegos de PS Vita. Por lo que yo estoy muy contento de que la PS Vita muriera. Así de claro. No ve ahí yo, Willy, no se termina la cinemática, tío. Vamos a ver,
How
papaito.
fares my father?
He is most lucid, my lord, though asleep at the moment. I fear the malady has sapped much of his strength.
I see.
It's not all doom and gloom, though. Word of your recent exploits lifted his spirits considerably. He cannot wait to hold a feast and praise you before the entire house.
Te hacen decidir aquí entre tu padre, tu mejor amigo o tu pareja en el juego.
May he forget he said that upon waking.
Topa, nada, porque luego es que no lleva las cosas, Ana.
He is your father, after all.
I would gladly accept, of course. Even hearing secondhand that he takes pride in my efforts threatens to swell my head.
Es que Xbox es la solución perdedora, tío. Es que hay juegos que no te salen. Los juegos de Nintendo no te salen, los juegos de PlayStation no te salen. Y luego juegos que son, comparten entre ellas también, entre Nintendo y PlayStation, tampoco te sale.
The young lord has reclaimed Glenbrook, Lady Destra. He fought as valiantly as Simon or Regna. Would you were here to witness it.
Forgive me, Benedict.
No, forgive me, Lord Serenoa. I shall take my leave.
Nonsense. You are the reason I stand here today, and I would tell Mother that myself. I bid you stay.
How very gracious of you.
Yo la tengo la PS Vita con todo con el emulador de la PSP y todas esas cosas, pero no la uso. A mí es que no me gusta jugar en portátil.
They left you in my charge.
Pero la PSP en la época que estaba en el ejército, esa PSP sí que la reventé yo a muerte. Tengo la primera PSP. Y la Vita tengo el modelo LED y el Slim.
I have no doubt you can lead Norzelia into a glorious new era of peace and prosperity, with King Roland by your side.
Speak frankly, Benedict. What is it you wish to say?
I have done all I can for you, Lord Serenoa.
Se va a retirar.
I will resign following the evening's festivities. Anna shall take my place if it pleases you.
Se va a retirar.
You would leave me unmoored at a time like this?
I know the time is not ideal, but your father is not long for this world. I would repay my debt to him by caring for him in his final days. After that, I shall stand watch over their eternal resting place and regale them with tales of your great deeds.
I see there shall be no swaying you. My gratitude for you flows like the mighty Norzelia River. Even so, I would ask for a moment more to make up my mind.
Understood, my lord. Then let us return to the castle and prepare for the evening's feast.
A mí el fracaso más grande de consola que me he comprado ha sido la Nintendo 64. De esta Super Nintendo, de las mejores consolas de la historia con mejor catálogo, a coger, ahorrar dinero, todo ilusionado, a comprar una Nintendo 64, guardar la Super Nintendo en la estantería, y ha sido la única vez en la historia que he cogido yo una consola que estaba en la estantería y la he tenido que cambiar por la nueva. Eso no me ha pasado nunca, tío. Yo tenía una Play 2 también con una pantalla portátil, pero era más cómodo estar con con una consolilla portátil. Jugué más a la Nintendo Game Boy Advance, a la Game Boy Advance SP, a la DS y a la PSP. Willy, el banquete.
This is quite the gathering.
Each and every one of them eager to get to know you better.
Esta música no pega en el juego para nada. Música de playa, ¿eh?
I shouldn't think that would be necessary. Father has gathered those he trusts most to lend me their aid. For that, I am grateful. Whatever the case, we mustn't keep them waiting.
La bailarina, ¿eh?
I thank you kindly for the invitation, Lord Serenoa. Or shall I address you as Glenbrook's savior?
Ha! You needn't go that far. No.
I disagree. Your accomplishments speak for themselves. Power becomes you. It makes you alluring to people such as myself.
Mira la guarrilla, cómo se lo quiere chingar.
Pray, let me accompany you for the evening and beyond.
¡Qué cerda!
A moment to consider your most gracious offer.
La cerda, Willy. Putañera, güey.
It's a thing of beauty when they grow up. Hey, Benedict?
It is.
La meretriz,
And yet,
Willy.
It can leave one feeling strangely bereft.
Vacaciones, yo no estoy de vacaciones. Estoy descansando el domingo, que no he trabajado, ayer trabajé. Y mañana trabajo por la mañana y por la tarde, el martes trabajo por la mañana y por la tarde, el miércoles por la mañana y por la tarde, el jueves por la mañana y por la tarde, el viernes por la mañana y por la tarde, el sábado por la mañana. Hay que hablar aquí con la peña, Willy. Pues nada, Willy, me parece que va a tener que haber un nuevo capítulo, porque me voy a ir a bajar a la calle, voy a comprar una merienda, que se me han antojado unas almendritas fritas que tengan aceite.